Hello out there, everyone. Cassandra Maki, continuing with another episode of VVVK, Rogue Vampire Hunters. Oh, and if you just joined us, you're welcome. Glad you made it here, and hope you enjoy your stay. And always remember, the most important character is you, the reader. Well, let's get it started. This should be nice. June 21st, 2022. Astor, a region of gentle sloping mountains. 1 month before Truett's awakening. Yeah, you, the hunter, hiding over there? Come out, please. If you think you can sneak any closer, I'll kill you. No. I'm not a hunter. I've been looking for you, Natsum, right? That voice, are you? Yep. Katharina, you know my name at least, right? I think we've met once before. Yes. I remember. You've also just woken up as well? Exactly. The coffin it got pretty swept away. Pretty far away in the landslide. Took me a while to get back here. Listen, Lady Mur is in trouble. She has woken a month before I did, and she's barely had any blood to drink since then. What I mean is to say is, she's losing her mind, and I don't know what to do. I figured, here, I caught a couple hunters. I wanted more, actually, but the for kissing. These two were the only ones I managed to knock out without killing them. Yeah, you're the best, Catherine. Lady Mur is resting just over there. Come with me, please. Blood. I need blood. My head is spinning. This nausea won't go away. Hey, Mercedes. That voice, Katharina? Let's skip the greetings. I brought you a couple of living humans. Drink up. No, I can't drink blood of innocent humans. They're hunters. You're a pretty sloppy drinker, huh? You're lucky if a vampire loses their mind, there's no bringing them back. You were almost done for. Thank you so much, Katharina. I was afraid she might be lost. For now, we should get off this mountain. The hunters where we are. They'll keep coming after us. Let's move. No, please, let us stay here a little longer. Why? A few dozen of vampires fled into this mountain. When we escaped, the hunters raided a century ago. I want to stay here and search for our fellow vampires' coffins. It's been too long. Most of them have probably been dug up by hunters and wild dogs by now. Is it Lady Mur's wish to stay here and seek our companions? Fine, I'll go look for animals to deal with and any pursuers. In return, I'm leaving the digging to you. I don't want to get covered in dirt. Of course. Though, I'm pretty damn sure there won't be any surviving vampires. So, you're awake, are you? A male vampire, a servant perhaps, judging by his attire. Here, take my hand. Let's get you out of this coffin. Lady Myrrh, Lady Nesrim, and Lady Katarina? July 2nd, 2022. Astor, a region of gently sloping mountains. Day 2 from Truth's awakening. And that's what happened before we unearthed you. I see. So you woke up 2 months ago, Lady Nasrin, and Lady Katarina woke up a month later after that? Correct. I woke up all on my own, wandered the mountain for days, and finally discovered the hotel. But there's no humans about, and I was unable to catch any of the animal inhabiting the mountain. Just before I lost my mind from having no blood to drink, Lady Katarina arrived. If vampires go for long intervals without drinking blood, they lose the capacity to speak or think. Should they lose their mind, there's no way to recover. Lady Myrrh was in great danger. Lady Katarina is our savior. Well, we shouldn't have any more trouble finding blood. We've got Truth with us. Wait, I thought drinking my blood was for emergency situations only. He's right. We can't rely entirely on Truth. I believe we should stop at the prison between here and Rouge and abduct a few criminals for our purposes. In these circumstances, couldn't we just drink from ordinary people? I think not. Certainly not. Hell no. Sorry for suggesting it. Vampires don't harm any ordinary people. We are a peaceful race, full of love for humanity. We only drink from criminals and hunters. It's getting close to noon. Shouldn't we depart soon? Indeed. We won't get anywhere by dawdling around here. Yesterday we encountered Truth, and our party grew to 4. Today, at last, we begin our journey to Rouge. We decided on the specifics for our route before we found you, Truth. Let's explain it. Nancy, explain our route to Truth. Huh? You mean you want me to explain? All right. Please, look at this tablet. Here on the screen is a map of this country. This is our present location, the Mountain of Astor. Today, we will make our way to the country's capital, the city of Brazil. Wasn't Brazil originally under the rule of your clan, Lady Nasty? I've never been, but best ever kissing. I've heard it's quite a metropolis. Yes, indeed. It's a marvelous city. Plenty of humans live there. From Brazil, we'll head to the city of Sintwarp. Sintwarp was ruled by my clan. It's a gulf town to the north. After Sintwarp, we'll make our way to the final destination, Rouge. As I mentioned yesterday, Rouge is a point of port town that was part of my clan territory. Rouge, I seem to recall that it's quite a beautiful tourist attraction with canals running through the whole city. Yep, we get swarms of tourists from aboard. Now the explanation is complete. Trut, you observed the map correctly? This journey of ours will be Travis, this country. Such a grand journey as this might be named Lord of the Blood, the return of the Queen. Ha ha! Nesrim, enough with the music. Opening the music player and pause. Did we really need the music while we were explaining our interior? Well, I thought it might make things more exciting. Ha ha! Lady Mercedes, I have a question. Our destination is Rouge, correct? Why don't we head straight there? Why are we stopping at Brazil and then warp along the way? Very good question, Trent. As was explained yesterday, Rouge, our destination, is home to several hundred vampires. I, the magnificent Mercedes, will be arriving in this town. Think about it for a moment. Do you suppose the locals there will acknowledge me as their rightful princess? As the queen who unites our people? Of course, your power and influence will certainly hold sway now, even after 100 years. They most certainly will. Not you, uttering buffoon. Huh? I don't believe the vampires of this age will know Lady Mur's name. After all, she's a princess, the daughter of the king who unified all of the vampires of the nation. After all, she is a princess, the daughter of the king who unified all vampires of this nation. However, I don't believe the citizens of Rouge will be so quick to acknowledge her as their queen. As we slumber, they likely form their own society and hierarchies. Simply showing up and declaring oneself princess, let alone queen, is unlikely to move them. This is why I intend to acquire two things before we reach Rouge, so that they will accept me as their queen. Those two things are treasures and emblem of royalty. Treasures and emblem of royalty. Brazil, now Series territory, Sandwarp Mercedes territory, and Rouge is my territory. Each of these three territories have a treasure house in which treasure and emblem royalty lie. The plan is to gather them all. With treasures and emblem royalty, we can buy off any adversaries and guaranteed who has the power. If we want to command the citizens of Rouge and have them acknowledge their queen, these two things are indispensable. But a century has passed since the age in which we are lived. Surely humans have long since broken into the treasure houses and... No, I think not. I use the collector taxes from the country's vampires and manage their assets. Though those connections, I know the location skills and worth of just about every treasure house owned by royalty and ancestries. They were all constructed in the places that would be very difficult for humans to intrude upon. I believe they could be quite safe. So, we're visiting each of their territories along the way rather than making it straight for Rouge. Having more time before we arrive at Rouge is a favorable development for me. This gives me more time to kill them! By the way, Trude, I will allow you to call me Mur from now on. Consider it a privilege. But then you can call me Nasty too. Stick with Katarina for me. Lady Mur, Lady Nasty, and Lady Katarina, allow me to say again, it's an honor to be traveling with you all. All right, you lot, we're going inside. Now everyone, regard the road in front of the hotel. There are a few automobiles parked there. Correct. They've been taken on some truly bizarre shapes in the past century, but these are indeed automobiles. They are shaped somewhat like carriages 100 years ago, but now they're rather flat, aren't they? They are 10 vehicles stationed here, and I wish to select the one that will suit our journey best. Which shall we choose? Before that, actually, can any of us even drive a car? I cannot drive. I can't either. Me neither. I can drive, I believe. Really? How can a lowly servant like you operate an automobile? I do have a license, a driver's license at least. When I went out to do the shopping in town, I became friends with a human soldier. He taught me how to drive. Cars can seem to have changed a good deal in the last century, but as long as the basic construction is the same, I could be fine. Oh ho! Brimming with confidence, aren't you? Very well, Trent, since you are the driver, you be the driver. Choose a car from amongst the parked here. A simple 4-door sedan seems like a safe choice. Comfortable, good gas mileage, slightly higher end model. I'll take it. I decided I'll take this one. While this car has a somewhat unassuming appearance, it has a nice air of luxury stable. I like it. The seats are spacious and Stop looking, it seems very comfortable. I had a feeling you would find this car to your liking, you chastely nasty. The key is already in ignition. I'll see if I can get it moving. The engine is running. Please get in, everyone. I'll sit in this spacious seat back here. I'll take the one next to you then. I do find it just a little odd that all of these cars are parked out here, but there's not a soul to be seen. Bust up for kissing. That was playing on my mind a little too. The building, electricity, and water are all fine, but there's no sign of people. All of these cars have their keys inside of them too, as if to say, by all means, use whichever one you wish. Maybe the humans are all evacuated to the mountains while I was having my shootout with the hunters. I suppose, but I find it unnatural to leave a car behind with the keys inside. Doesn't matter, let's get out of here. No point in jabbering on like this. Right, of course, I'll sit in the passenger seat and offer guidance with my map app. Alright, off we go. July 2nd, 2022. Midway between Astor and Brazil. A hill with an observant deck. Second day from Troy's awakening. Huh? Huh? Trut! Stop the car! Stop! Yes, master. What is it, Katerina? Is something the matter? Is something the matter? You are! Your horrible pitch is the matter! Stop singing! My ears are gonna bleed! What? Why you should be honored to hear my melodious voice. It's grating as hell. You've been singing this whole hour. We've been driving. Shut up! This is why I can't stand people with no music understanding. You simply can't comprehend the wonders of my singing. Oh, you need me to spell it out for you? You are so tone deaf. All you're doing is humming and you're still way off key. Such an insolent woman. I'll have you know, I've been called the Siren Reborn. The Siren Reborn? Who fed you that bull? My mom and father, in fact. Your parents had serious hearing impairments. Now, Katerina, why don't we stop things before they scale further? Huh? I think I'm going to... Whoa! Don't throw up in the here. What are you, a cat? Lady Murray, alright? Pardon me. Truth be told, I've been feeling a touch of sick for the past while. I was distracting myself by humming. Huh? I don't believe it. I knew high-class vampires could get sick. It's possible that you may be car sick. Car sick? The human who taught me how to drive told me about it. Some people may feel nausea from an automobile joist motion. And Lady Myrrh has been eating sweets this entire time. That may have added to it. There's a hill here with a lovely view. Why don't we stop and rest for a while? I agree. Perhaps the wind will allay my nausea. Don't puke on me. I see. Rather than heading straight for Rouge, they're stopping in Brazil and St. Warp, the other vampires' former territories. Yes, apparently we're going to collect the treasures and amulet royalty for their respective treasure houses. Well, might as well let them do what they want, I figure. Acquiring the treasure and the emblem of royalty to restore the royal family, it also sounds like a game children will play. I agree, a wild story dreamt up by a foolish princess who just woke up after 100 years. Your duty, however, is to play along with that children's game, understand? Understand. The method we've developed for killing high-class vampires depends entirely upon how intimate I can become with them. Correct! The closer you get to them, the more time you spend with together, the shorter the time until you kill them becomes. Join the hunt and for the treasure and emblem of royalty. Play along in their game to make them believe their servant, make them trust you. Incidentally, where are you currently? On a hill, 50 kilometers from Astor, another 50 kilometers to drive. We'll be in Brazil. Taking your sweet time, huh? Well, if I picked up too much speed, Mercedes gets carsick. High-class vampires can get carsick? What are they all doing right now? They're in the restroom. We may keep resting here for a little while. Understood. Contact me tonight. Again tonight. Ending transmission. Lady Myrrh, are you feeling alright? Not in the least. I feel sick as a dog. As you can see, I'm currently reclining in Katerina's lap. However, Katerina's thighs are hard as muscular, so they make a dreadful pillow. I may end up feeling even worse. Want me to wallop you? Automobiles is this age are far too speedy. Perhaps they are not suitable to you, Lady Myrrh. Truett, give me something to drink. Here, take this so much that it contains hot cocoa. There was an instant cocoa in the hotel, so I prepared some in the inn in case you might like to have it to take along the way. Oh ho! Just a little proper servant, I shall have it immediately. Yuck! I'm going to rip your head off, Truett. This cocoa is far too bitter to drink. Huh? It is? It seems sweet enough to me. I take my cocoa with 7 shaker cubes. You insisted. Any servant of mine ought to know that. Even 7 cubes that be enough to give a human diabetes? Forgive me, I was careless. Actually, I had no need for Nancy Cocoa Truth. Come here at once. Yes, here I am. Turn your head. What the? Ow! Lady Mer, surely you could drink a little more refined matter. What the hell? Don't burp in my face. Delectable Zebra Truth, your blood is a national treasure. My car sickness has largely cleared. If you're not car sick anymore, get off my lap. No, I still feel a touch weak, so I will remain lying down. Katerina, try not to move. I thought my lap was hard and uncomfortable. As you are still feeling unwell, Lady Mer, would it be alright if I took a short walk? There's supposed to be an observation deck at the top of the hill. I'd like to see it. As you wish, simply let me know if any hunters appear. I'd prefer to get on the road to Brazil sooner rather than later, but it looks like we'll be on this hill for a while. So, what do I do now? I think I'll talk with Lady Mer. If I'm going to keep playing that part of the truth, I should know about the nature of vampires, more details. Lady Mer, if it's quite alright, might I ask you a few questions? No, take a look at me. I'm car-sick and being forced to use Katerina's size as a pillow. Talking would be too much of a bother. Yes, of course, please pardon. However, if you were to let me drink your blood again, I might consider. Of course, if my blood is what you desire, then any time. Ow! So damn good. So damn sloppy. Has it satisfied you? Yes, now give me your questions. What is it that you would like to ask me? I work as a servant in your household, Lady Mer, but I rarely spoke to you directly. I know almost nothing about you. The things you like, the things you dislike, your family. So I thought I might ask you about some of those personality things, so I might become closer to you. You wish to know more about me? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, it is indeed. Very well, I will allow your questions. What shall we speak first? The first matter I'd like to speak is, what type of man do you prefer, Lady Mer? What was that enormous sigh for? True, am I well aware of my own beauty? My face figured like rotate. My discreet, mostly shaped chest. My feet are beautiful than Chinese porcelain. It's inevitable that a lowly commoner like you would yearn for me. However, love outside of one's situation is rewarded only in play. I do commend your courage in attempt to woo me, but you must give it up. No, I wasn't trying to woo you. No need to try to gloss over it. Your intentions are transparent. It's quite unseemly. I asked about your pure curiosity. I'm wondering just what sort of man might meet a princess's taste. To be perfectly honest, I haven't thought about that. What? You don't have any image of your ideal man of anything? Well, what were the men used to keep company with like? Perhaps if you could think upon the past romances, come pattern in your taste for the opposite sex might arise. The men I used to keep company with, there were no. I mean, I have kept company with hundreds of men, but they were no particular commentable between them. I know it's discouraged to ask a lady her age, but how old are you, Lady Myrrh? Let's say I'm 20. You're 20 and you've seen hundreds of them? What of it? You're pretty quiet and interested person, it seems. I'm sorry, I've been listening to this whole time and I had to laugh. You've never had any lovers? Have you ever held hands with a man, Myrrh? Even had one in your arms? No, I bet you've never gone on a date? That's completely untrue. I'm bursting with passion and romance. I've been on at least 1,000 dates. What kind of date then? With who? Let's have an explanation. No! Don't start singing again. You know you're not helping your case. It sounds like Lady Myrrh hasn't been in love yet. Everyday life. Well, would you mind telling me about your everyday life, Lady Myrrh? Though I was employed in your residence, I cannot quite imagine what a princess's day-to-day life is like. My everyday life? Very well, I'll answer. Every day, from morning till night, Mother and Father educated me on the ways of the monarchy, how to command our vampire citizens, how to cooperate with nobility, about our relationships with humans. I see. Even princesses have to work hard. No, Edred. Don't let her fool you that easily. Lady Myrrh's parents were the hands-off type. She was off goofing around all day because there was no one to scold her for it. The servants complained that because Princess Lady Myrrh was gobbling off every day, the horse's hooves kept getting worn down. How rude if you must know. I went into the town frequently so that I could study human culture. That would exactly you were downtown. What exactly were you doing downtown, Lady Myrrh? Shopping, viewing plays? Actually, I spent more time in the music hall. Music hall, what's that? You really don't know? It's an establishment that combines a cafe with a small theater. I heard from Nessie that they've largely died out in this days of age. The music hall were all over Europe 100 years ago, and many strong stress would fill them with their voices. So basically, a music hall was like the live music club we have today, I guess. Of course, no diva could hold a candle to the me. Oh. You love singing, don't you, Lady Myrrh? Indeed, I believe it was the influence of my mother, the queen who raised me. Mother once mixed it among humans to study singing at the University of Music and Performing Arts in Vienna. She loved to sing and would hum a little improvised melodies to herself at every opportunity. And in spite of her studying singing at a school of music, her daughter can't carry a tune to save her life. According to our records, Queen Orlok was a bright, sociable woman who showed kindness even to the commanders. How was she as a mother, though? I feel like I should ask Lady Myrrh about her mother and interest of maintaining harmonious relationship with her. Did the Queen give you any instructions in singing? She did not. Mother's belief was that you should sing freely, however it came to you. Long ago, she said to me, Lady Myrrh, you are deaf tone beyond belief. What does deaf tone mean? It means you're unique. What does unique mean? It means you're unlike any other. You're an individual. What does individual mean? How impossible are you? I mean that your singing is very unusual. That's what I mean. Wait, your own mother came out right and said you were deaf tone? My flashback isn't finished yet. Unusual. Am I bad at singing? Don't be silly, your singing is wonderful. Teach me how to sing, Mama. I want to sing just as pretty as you. You're fine as you are. You should sing freely, however it comes to you. But I want to sing the same as you, Mama, please. Myrrh, if you want to study under someone, your singing will take on the tone of your teacher. In other words, you yourself would change. Your beauty singing would become something else entirely. Is that bad? I don't know, but I like the way you were singing just now, with no one else's tone to mix in. Best of all, if possible, I'd like to hear your extremely pitchy, rather your extremely unique singing all the time. Okay, I'll sing some more. Your humming alone could be considered noise pollution, really. Your mom didn't hold back with making digs, huh? It was her own way to compliment me. Anyhow, that sweet bird-like singing voice is the brightest light amongst my many talents. Among all the strongest in Urge. I was on par with Drun Patty. You're kidding! You're so bad that it sounds like you're doing it on purpose. I mean, I don't think I could be that deptone if I tried. Didn't the other vampires in your life have anything to say about your singing? Father, mother, all of my relatives and servants praised my voice. They said I sounded like a Celestia maiden. Your parents spoiled you to hell and back, huh? I bet they brought you everything you wanted and let you go running off wherever. Your parents and servants affirmed every single thing you did. They couldn't probably tell you their precious daughter, their splendid princess, that you was deptone. Fine, I could see that you didn't want to acknowledge my singing and talent. Now, Trent, may I ask you what you think about my singing? Ah, yes, it was utterly lovely, as though an angel were right here singing to me. Wasn't it? Oh, I shall sing again. Don't you dare! Ah, somebody shut this nightmare up! The first matter I like to ask is, well, do you have any dreams for the future? To restore the royal family, of course. To make my way to Rouge, bring the vampires under my control, and reclaim the glory of Eld. That is my dream. Once I have accomplished all of that, I will rebuild the magnificent tomb for mother and father in the middle of the Seward. A tomb? Yes, my parents passed away in the Hunters area bombing. Truth, I have one of my servants. Surely you remember that day? That perfectly cloudless day in somewhere where my family was out having lunch in the courtyard, and then from far off a dreadful roar of engines approached, and they dropped their bombs on our state. They were the only two of our 3 planes, but that was enough to lay waste to our home. The bombs were filled with silver franklins. My whole household, family, vessel, servants were all killed in an instant. If I can, I would like to build a tomb in Sentwolf where my home once stood. You're very strong, Lady Myrrh. How so? Though you lost your whole family and your servants in a single day, you didn't let it overwhelm you. Sinking into despair wouldn't get me anywhere. If I have time to lament, I ought to use it to act. My only thoughts are of acquiring the treasures and emblems of royalty, gaining control of the vampire and Urge, and becoming the vampire queen of this nation. I know it would be my parents' wish for me to reign over the land as a queen. Well, that was a wholly unexpected answer. At first glance, Mercedes seemed like a carefree, spoiled little brat. But even though she was her family's saw her family die her very eyes, before her very eyes. She hasn't let sadness overwhelm her. Pennies passed. If I were in her position, I would shut myself away for at least a week. I wouldn't even be able to do anything. This woman may be tougher than I gave her Pennies credit for. Lady Nasty and Lady Katharina are in the same circumstances, but neither of them show any signs of mourning either. I mean, of course, I'm sad, but butts up a kiss. I'm going to kiss yours. Lady Mer said being sad won't bring my family back. And you know, fighting wars is our job. I'm used to my family members winding up as casualties. I see. Quite a harsh clan. Lady Nasty, impressive too. She lost her blood family, and yet she's perfectly composed. Why is that? Nasty didn't have any blood family. What? Her biological parents passed away when she was young. Oh. Naturally, this discussion is not to be brought up around Nasty. It's not a practical, happy topic. Understood, Master. From your point of view, Lady Mer, what sort of person is Katarine? You're asking that with me right here? But pardon me, I suppose that was rude. Nah, I don't really care. Have the two of you known each other for a long time? We first met a long ago, but we've only spoke directly a few times. Only once or twice, I believe, when we were both children. Oh, that's rather surprising. I'd heard rumors of Katarina, and since we we were high-class vampires of the same age, I wish we could have talked more. But Katarina was living in a life of war together with her parents, not only in Rouge, Europe, but in other lands as well. She only came back to our country once every few years. As badly as I wanted to meet her Pennies, I couldn't. True, I think right now in 2022 is the first time Lady Mer and I have truly properly talked. When I met about the adult Katarina, I found her to fit in the profile that everyone has created for her Pennies own. Remember, my profile want to elaborate. A candid, diplomatic, pleasant vampire, treating everyone equally regarding the status or position. That's the world's appraisal of Katarina. Yes, that's acquired. There's more. She is an outstanding as a soldier, but she has a signature viceman. Well, that's also accurate. This may be an unpolite question, but as a soldier representing your country and as a noble, is it alright for you to have such a reputation? Alright, in terms of appearances, you might socially. Yes, Master. Mother and father never said anything about Katarina's fondness of men. Rather, I don't believe anyone would complain. Katarina's clan was Tepet clan. is a family of heroes. They protected our nation many, many times. They've repelled countless hunters and have played in active parts of years with other vampires as well. They are the strength of our land itself, while her men chasing may not be admirable, it certainly doesn't pose any threat to her position. That said, I'm not likely to find a husband anytime soon. Their appearances surpass that of many vampires. You also possess an inevitable, beautiful voice. You're attractive, even if you don't reach my level. I firmly believe that were you to stop blundering, you could marry easily. Is my voice that nice? I feel like it's too low. I don't like it that much myself. You have a distinctive, beautiful voice, Lady Katarina. You might even be able to sing as well as Lady Myrrh. Is that a compliment, or are you mocking me? In the conversation. Oh yes, I have one last question for you, Lady Myrrh. What sort of person is Lady Nasty like, to you? The two of you have known each other for a long time, haven't you? Yes, quite a long while. Somewhere where I live in Brazil, where Nancy lived, weren't all that far apart. We frequently played together when we were young. She was like an older sister to me. An older sister? Nancy has always been faithful to me, and as you know, she's highly intelligent. She's I rely on the most. We're about to collect the emblem of royalty and treasures and make our way to Rouge. Without Nancy, I doubt the restoration of the royal family could be accomplished. From what you're saying, it sounds like as though you deeply depend on Lady Nancy's panties. Yes, of course I do. There are no vampires that match her brilliance. Nancy brought together the merchant and the land, built great ports, developed overseas trades, and amassed immense wealth. All of those success came about when she was still a teenager. Her business acumen is beyond that of any human. It's only natural that she should become nobility and be known as the treasurer of a royal family. Definitely impressive. She climbed all the way up the ladder from merchant class to one lifetime. That makes some serious work. Indeed, the first half of her teenager years has been spent studying, with little eating or sleeping. A human would have perished from overwork. But her motives are admirable. Admiration, ambition. No, Cassie doesn't have any of that. I asked her before why is it that she works so hard? What do you think she said to me? For your sake, princess, that was her answer. For your sake, Lady Myrrh, I'll work with everything I have to bring wealth to your family and to protect this country with money. That's what she said with a smile. She may be quiet and reserved, but she's more outstanding and trustworthy than any of my other retainers. That's wild. Incidentally, Lassie has been away for quite some time, hasn't she? Drew, go take up on her. She should be on the hill right just over there. Yes, of course. What's up? You're staring off into space. I just remembered something. A summer day long ago. A summer day? A perfectly clear summer day 100 years ago. I was young. Mother and father had brought me to the brook of the outskirts of Sinwarm for a picnic. 10 servants attended us. One of them was fishing and caught 20 rainbow trout in a matter of minutes. That was, yes, the one who caught the rainbow trout was called Trut by the other servant. I barely remember Trut's face or voice now, but I do remember that summer day. There's more. Mother and father were extremely pleased by the amount of trout Trut had caught. They gave him some cocoa as a reward, and taking one sip of the cocoa, Trut fainted. Wait, why? I found out later Trut couldn't consume anything containing cocoa. His constitution didn't allow it. For example, he ate a piece of chocolate candy, his whole body would break out into hives, and he would swoon. Pure blood vampires like us don't have to worry about diseases or abnormalities, but Trut is a mixed blood vampire. This indecision towards cocoa must have been a Trut leftover from his time as human. Hang on, Trut just drank the cocoa earlier. He gulped the whole thing down, in fact. Yes, and yet he's perfectly energetic. No, fainting in sight. It doesn't end there. The Trut is known. His left hand held a fishing pole and the knife to trim the fish and the cup of cocoa on his left hand. But this Trut is right-handed. Right. He also holds things in his right hand. And that isn't the only strange thing. I may not remember Trut's voice, but there is one thing about I'm concerned of. When he spoke the summer day, it was in a strong German accent. Mother called the ancient and asked where he was born. I remember it clearly. That Trut doesn't have any kind of accent. Exactly, in fact, he speaks with a perfect pronunciation, just like ours. He certainly doesn't sound like a farm-bin servant. Able to eat cocoa, 100, right-handed, no German accent. This Trut is entirely different from the one in my recollection. That man who dug up in the mountains of Esther. Who on earth is he? Alright everyone, here's a wrap up the episode. If y'all liked the video, punch that like button in the face like a boss and high five all around. Oh, and if you're new to the channel, thank you for coming. And I hope y'all enjoy your stay, and always remember the most important character is you, the reader, Cassandra Monkey out.